Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying. Even as teens, people explore, and it's like as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that your point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you? You have a.
Oh my god.
She attacked my wife.
Your wife just attacked me.
So why you want her?
Why is this following me? Why you following me?
I'm gonna get arrested. Look. Don't worry.
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face. Oh my god.
With footage like these, you would believe you could charge this person on aggravated assault. Guess what? It's not always the case, because maybe the prosecutor that's just going to challenge you might suck at their job. Not your lawyer, the prosecutor. And that's why they get a misdemeanor, but you don't even know it.
On April 3rd, 2025, I, Savannah Craven Entau, was brutally assaulted in the streets of Harlem while conducting interviews on Planned Parenthood. The entire shocking interaction was caught on camera by my husband, leaving no doubt that the assailant, Breonna J. Rivers, was not only guilty of aggravated assault, but also exulting over her own vicious criminal act. Rivers was arrested and reportedly charged with felony assault. But after an interview with 2 prosecutors, I was informed that the felony had been downgraded to a misdemeanor. Despite indisputable video evidence of brutal assault and battery, producing significant injury, trauma, and resulting in over $3,000 in medical bills.
The moment you want to justify somebody that seems to be responding but they can punch because they feel trapped, I think that's dangerous. But sometimes the same party that wants this is going to be like, please understand me, have empathy for my punch. Really? I'm like, why? Why would you want to justify something like that? I don't care if you're Palestine, BLM, or any of the other ideologies. But the moment you justify I can punch and we be soft on crime, don't you think other things might happen?
Over the next few weeks, the office of the New York District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, infamous for its 2-tiered system of justice that favors criminals over victims, failed to pursue the case. On July 23rd, 2025, I find out the prosecution simply allowed this misdemeanor to be dismissed on speedy trial grounds, apparently due to the prosecution's failure to file a certificate of readiness. I was never advised by the prosecution that my case had essentially been abandoned. As a matter of fact, the prosecutor assigned to handle my case isn't even admitted to the New York bar, just an inexperienced law school graduate.
So somebody that can't handle it properly, doesn't inform you properly, and you find out nobody is handling your case. And then you're surprised people are saying, hey, it might be a DEI hire.
No, you're right.
Like, I don't want to say it, but does the process justify it a little?
Able to handle my case under a student practice rule, which is supposed to apply to only very minor offenses.
What I'm saying.
Prior to the dismissal, the prosecutors failed to communicate with me and with my lawyers. And the failure to communicate continued after my lawyers intervened on my behalf to try and find out how this case could be dismissed. To this day, my lawyers and I have received zero reply, despite multiple text messages, emails, and phone calls. It is inconceivable that a violent assault case such as this, one that received widespread media attention, including that shocking video, would be put into the hands of somebody not even admitted to the New York bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's like calling the cops. My wife has been attacked. Please help us. And a child comes by.
At your service.
And they're like, what do you want me to do? They already ran away.
Help me!
I'm like, well, call your friends. Okay, I'm gonna call them. And they call their friends and they go eat a donut.
Nothing to see here.
Like, what the heck is this? It makes no sense. Something equal for a woman. Nope. That's the wrong thinking for a woman.
Isn't this just you being kept down by the patriarchy? Isn't this just about, I don't know, latent insecurity from when I found a gray hair on your head and made a whole video about it?
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
Kind of remind me of the patriarchy.
Who then allowed for the case to be dismissed. It is hard to avoid the conclusion that this case was deliberately sabotaged.
How can you suck at your job and the case is dismissed?
Magic.
How can my opponent suck at football and it's a draw?
To this day, my assailant, Brianna J. Rivers, continues to show zero remorse and make jokes about her act of violence toward me and other pro-lifers. I do not want clicks, fame, or sympathy for what happened to me. I want justice for the countless pro-life and conservative activists that go out and peacefully stand up for what they believe in. And justice for the thousands of preborn children who will be aborted today, tomorrow, and the next. No one on either side of the aisle should experience physical violence for using their First Amendment right. Shame on you, Alvin Bragg.
Hello? I would like to report the crime. I'm a black, disabled, conservative. Hello?
Savannah Craven really craving for attention and of my name, so I really have to mention that you's a lame, but really this your lane. You doing interviews, but trying to make people look insane while they're saying what they're saying. And really, I don't get it though. She said, where did it go wrong? But the girl antagonized me for like 20 minutes long, and I'm still standing strong. Got my city here behind me. And all of a sudden, she act like she was trying to find me. Once she got my at, the girl blocked me on all that, so I couldn't see the defamatory things she's been saying behind my back. And yeah, it's really tragic. I'm really sorry that I had to let her have it, but it really gets like that in these New York streets.
I'm sorry that it happened like that, but you know how it is on the street. Can you imagine if a conservative said that about you?
That kid there.
I'm like, what the heck is going on?
How dare you come around trying to rage bait me? You don't know me from a hole in the wall, trying to sit here and stand on your 10 like you're tall. I am not with that shit. Hate it had to be you, but I bet you won't try that shit on 125 again.
Anybody that starts a quote while the punch is coming is the most disingenuous person, and they need to learn a consequence. And right now with the current result, they normalized it, and that's why I think you incentivize other people to be like, hey, if you can punch, I can bam. And that is coming from the party of empathy and diversity of thought, as long as we think the same.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam jam, turloqueta, verdetta, welcome.